Hello, everyone. My name is David Litwack, and I'm the CEO of Mozio. So we're here in Silicon Valley, and everyone is obsessed with Uber. We're going to Uber everywhere. There will be no other form of transportation other than Uber, goes the line, at least with a lot of venture capitalists I speak to. And I'm here to tell you that's not our view of the world. In fact, we think the world is bigger than Uber. We think there are 5 million public transit transactions in New York on a daily basis, only 1 million taxi, limo, Uber rides. There's 14 million minibus commuters in South Africa. The local transportation ecosystem is very, very diverse. In fact, some of these guys agree with us. Lyft, even in their own advertisements, encourages you to take the SFMTA and finish their trips with the Lyft. Yet, despite this, there's been $30 billion pumped into basically what we think will eventually be 30% of the market, and only maybe around 30 million pumped into the other parts of that infrastructure. And we think this is a little absurd because each city has a unique transportation stack. The way you move around San Francisco is completely different than the way you move around London, Munich, and Oslo. And everything should be as easy to use as Uber, though. And we think there are 3 components to that user experience. The tracking, where is my car or bus? The routing, how do I actually get there? And then the ticketing and the transaction. And no one has made a genuine effort to aggregate the transaction. We don't blame them because this is really hard. You can pay for a ticket with Metro cards, credit cards, QR codes, barcodes, confirmation numbers, NFC, flash passes, Bluetooth beacons, you name it. And none of these systems talk to each other. So city dwellers and visitors are left with a city mobility system that is unfamiliar, has a fragmented user experience, is inflexible and unreliable, and is disconnected. So Mozio is bringing seamless multimodal urban mobility to a to a city near you. So we help you simplify the buying of tickets and hailing of rides from the dizzying array of transportation options travelers and locals have for getting around cities without having to download 50 different apps. So we've done this by building an unparalleled transportation infrastructure, 3,000 transportation partners, integrations with all the Uber competitors around the world, bus companies and rail companies, and even some public transit ticketing companies with our partnership with MasterCard. Obviously, this is a huge task. We're not going to aggregate all of transportation, the transportation ecosystem at once, so we decided to start with one use case, specifically the airport. We're doing around 20,000 rides per month right now, and the idea is that as that infrastructure expands, the applications of it will expand as well, starting with leisure travel, eventually corporate ground transportation, and then eventually even commuters. Right now, we're working with Booking.com, Kayak, Skyscanner, and a ton of big travel agencies. The initial product is primarily advanced reservation bookings to and from airports. And we're starting to move into helping corporations manage their ground transportation spend with big partnerships with Carlson Wagonlit and Amex GBT. I'm running out of time here. This is a massive opportunity because normal medium-sized ground transportation spend for a big company is around $7.8 million. And eventually the idea is that this infrastructure will help support commuters in addition to just those city travelers as well, and with an ultimate urban mobility app. So a little bit about our team. We're 65 people. We've raised only about $3.5 million in funding. We're incredibly capital efficient. Around $175,000 per month is our monthly salary burn. We have amazing strategic investors, Veolia Transdev, which owns Super Shuttle, JetBlue Technology Ventures, and Carlson Wagonlit Travel, and are part of the MasterCard Start Path program. I'll finish up here. Our goal is to basically provide a anxiety-free transportation experience across all the different use cases. Commuting with BART, go to brunch using the SFMTA and the Lyft. When you're in London, use this to book Heathrow Express, tap onto the London Tube. Every single use case. And our view is that the mobility solution that tackles the multimodal problem is the one that will win, and the biggest gap in that problem is the transaction, and that's what we're on our way to solving. Thank you very much.